All right, so we ordered 120 Coturnix quails, Japanese quail. Put them in an incubator. 2 of them were damaged in shipping. We ran 14 days and we put them in lockdown. At that time we candled. We had 21 eggs that were not viable. There was nothing in there. So that left us with 97. And out here is 75 that hatched between Monday and early Wednesday morning. I've still got one in the brooder, but it's not viable. It's not going to make it. There's still a few eggs that hadn't hatched. I'm giving them until tomorrow to do something. And if that doesn't work, then they're out of the picture. So, yeah, I mean, we got 75 live running around little Coturnix quail. I ordered 120 more today. We'll see how many we get out of that. Hang on and I will show you what we're working. So, again, there's 75 of these little guys in here. I put them a couple of extra feeders in today, the metal ones. That way everybody has plenty of food. Running the water with marbles in it. Got a little apple cider vinegar in there to help them with some, vitamins, probiotics, whatever it is that comes with that. We're running about 104 degrees right now, but it's warm in this area. We haven't had cold nights. I do have a blanket to throw over it if we do. But yeah, these little guys are rocking and rolling. They are steady eating, and they've just about doubled in size in 48 hours. They all seem to be healthy. Well, except for that one. We had one, this little guy, his legs didn't quite make it. So he is opposite of bow leg, but he's still living. I mean, he was born Monday. I've got another one very similar in the brooder. His legs didn't develop very well, and I don't expect him to make it. But besides those two, everybody else, I mean, you be the judge. Everybody else is happy. So, these little guys, I don't know if you know anything about Coturnix quail, and I did not know anything about Coturnix quail a couple of months ago. Saw some videos, made a decision to invest in 110. Bought these from My Shire Farms. You can go to their website for a mixed barnyard mix, $55 plus shipping. I was out, $75 or so. The ones we ordered today are mixed, but they are a different color scheme. So they were a couple dollars more. I think they were like $83 after shipping. Now they do have some that are guaranteed to be at a certain breed, certain color, that can go as much as $1 an egg. And if that's what you want, or if that's what you're breeding, so be it. Today, that's not what I'm breeding. And I figured out of the 2 mixes, I should be able to pair up enough to start laying me some eggs that give consistent color and a consistent breed of Coturnix quail. Again, I'm still learning. But if you do the math, that is a 63.3% hatch rate, including the ones that were damaged and the ones that were nothing on a candle. So if you do, I could do the math the other way and it would be a little better. Doing the math, that's a 77.9 or something. I can't remember what the other was. 77%, almost 78% hatch rate off of 97 viable and 75 that's hatched. That's not counting the one little guy that's probably not going to survive. So not a bad investment. Quail, again, I'm learning, but the Coturnix quail can go 8 to 10 ounces per bird. According to My Shire Farms, you add average 2 birds per adult, 1.5 birds per children to make a meal out of. He also said that out of all of his math, that it costs about $1 per bird to feed them over the 8 weeks of their life. So if you do the math, I mean, you're at $1.60 plus some electricity and a little bit of water, and that includes their feed, and you've got a meal. One of the cool things about this was that, unlike meat chickens you grow for 8 weeks, you slaughter all of them same time, spend all day slaughtering animals, then you have to bag and freeze, and then hope that the power don't go out and the freezer don't quit working. With the quail, you don't have to kill them all at the same time, because since they're not meat bird specific, they don't overgrow their bones, so their skeletal structure can support them their entire life. These birds can live on their own somewhere between 1.8 years to 2.2 years. So, you can go 1.5 years before you slaughter the bird, and it might be just a touch tougher, but if you know how to use that tougher meat, it'd make a good soup, quail and dumplings maybe, I don't know. Again, we're new to this, but out of the 240 eggs that I will have purchased and incubated, brooded, I'm expecting to have 150, 170 live animals. You expect 60% to be roosters, so 40% of that to be hens. Hens are cool. They can start laying eggs at 5 to 6 weeks old. Males are not mature till later, like 9 weeks old. So you won't start getting fertilized eggs till well after 10 weeks. But as far as eating eggs, 6, 7 weeks, you could have eggs popping out. And again, I don't have this by experience. I'm going by what I've read and what I've learned. We'll see. But for us here, this fits in with the alpha-gal dependent farm that we've put together. It can supply us with another meat source. Now I've got chickens and I got other things that we're going to be doing, but they take a lot of space, a lot of time. It takes 6 months for your chickens start laying eggs. These quail are 6 weeks. It's 4 months shorter at best. So this is right now. We will be making meat quick. Not enough to sell on a commercial level by no means, but enough to put food in our bellies and build upon the point where we can put food in other people's bellies. We'll have options for, egg sale. That'll come on, within the next few months. We'll be able to sell quail eggs. We'll be able to sell fertilized quail eggs if you want to raise some eggs. There's an option of selling balut. A lot of the Asian crowd and the Mexican crowd eat balut, which is a 10 to 14 day incubated egg. So it's almost ready to hatch. And then they boil them and season them, and it's a delicacy to them. It's not something I'm interested in. But that might be an option. I may raise you some blue if that's what you want. And we'll go from there. I'm not against seeing where the market will take us with these little birds. And it may not ever turn into nothing more than just meat for us. And if that's all it is, then it's not wasted time. But maybe it'll put food on your table, either by me helping you get some raised or by me feeding you with ready-to-eat birds, ready-to-eat eggs. I don't know. Let's talk about that as time goes on. Y'all take care.